Hello friends, I have a question for you today. Yes. So my question is, how can you be filled with the Holy Spirit? Today we'll talk about that. In 1 Samuel chapter 8 verse 6 and 7 says, "But the thing displeased Samuel when they said, 'Give us a king to judge us.' So Samuel prayed to the Lord, and the Lord said to Samuel, 'Heed the voice of the people in all that they say to you, for they have not rejected you, but they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them.'" Let's now understand what this word means. After Israel overcame the Philistines, Samuel took over the prophet Eli, and he became the new prophet in Israel. Samuel was used by God and helped the people with their faith. And because of that, God made Israel victorious over the enemies. The people were now free and well, and they moved on. But looking at the story of Israel, we see a story of ups and downs. Ups when the people would give ears to the prophet of God, and downs when they would not listen and went astray by not following God's directions. Take a close look at the verse we just read. Yes, it shows exactly what we are talking about. What happened? Israel, contrary to other nations, didn't have a king because the king of Israel was God himself. Yes, judgment would come from him through the prophets. The problem is Israel would look at other nations and wished they had a king like they had. Because of that, Israel sought prophet Samuel and began asking him a king. Just like a stubborn child, I want a king, I want a king. They just wanted a king no matter what. If the other nations have a king, we also want one. All this because they wanted to be like all the other nations. But they didn't need a king. You know why? Because the king of Israel was the Lord. So bring this word to today's day and age. This is exactly what happens. Yes, people looking at other people's lives and start looking at what they do not have and what others have. They desire to have what the unbelievers have. And in the process, they forget the words of God. Can you see how they became fleshly? When prophet Samuel heard that the people wanted a king, this didn't please him at all. Samuel knew that the king was the Almighty. How come? How come they wanted another king? When Samuel heard their request, he consulted God. "Oh Lord, the people seek to have a king. What should I do? Then God answered, okay, grant them their wish. Give them a king. If that's what they want. He carried on saying, do not worry. The people are not reject you. They are reject me instead. So, isn't this what happens when someone is giving an advice by a man of God and reject it? That person is not rejecting the pastor, but God Himself. And that's exactly what the people of Israel did. They didn't give ears to Prophet Samuel. My friends, God is a gentleman. He respects our free will, even if our will is wrong. He respects our will. He doesn't force us to do anything. He knocks and it's up to us to open or not. How many things have you done out of your own free will? What have you been seeking? Is it the salvation of your soul? What do you need to do so you may not go astray? It's very simple actually. The answer is, do the will of God always, until the end. Don't look back and go back to darkness. No. Take a moment to think. Yes, to think. How is this world drinking from a filthy water? This is what the world offers you, filthiness. Do you want to be filled with the Holy Spirit? Then the question is, do you know what it means to be filled with the Spirit of God? You may say, Claudia, I go to the church and do this, do that. I also sing. And I sing at my church and feel great when I am there. My friend, Jesus said that He wouldn't leave us orphans, and that He would send us the Comfort, which is the Holy Spirit. This means that whoever does not have Him feels lonely. Such a person keeps looking for ways to fill that emptiness, and she doesn't even know why she feels so empty. This emptiness is the lack of the Holy Spirit in the person. Yes, to be filled, my friend, with the Holy Spirit is to be filled with the thoughts of God. Exactly. This means that whatever you feel during the time you seek the Holy Spirit does not mean anything if your mind is filled with the thoughts of this world. This is why one must walk with God and have His thoughts. So my friend, the questions for today are, what have you been getting involved with lately? What is your mind filled with? Are you more inclined to God or this world? To be filled with the Holy Spirit is to be filled with the thoughts of God. Beautiful, huh? My friends, be careful. Yes, be careful with friendships, music, websites you may be involved with. You will only find the peace and fulfillment you are looking for in God. Don't waste any more time, okay? So this is my tip for today. I hope this helps you. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay well, stay in faith,